The Roman Empire, a name synonymous with power, grandeur, and enduring legacy. Few civilizations have left such an indelible mark on the world. From the rugged hills of Italy, Rome rose to conquer vast territories, becoming a beacon of civilization. Its influence resonated through law, language, architecture, and politics, shaping the Western world for centuries to come. Even today, the echoes of Rome's grandeur can be felt. The ruins of its once mighty structures stand as testament to its architectural prowess. Latin, the language of Rome, forms the root of many modern languages, and the legal principles established by Roman jurists continue to influence legal systems worldwide. The story of the Roman Empire is not merely a tale of conquest and domination. It's a complex tapestry woven with threads of ambition, political intrigue, cultural exchange, and ultimately, decline. It is a story that continues to fascinate and inspire, offering valuable lessons about the rise and fall of empires. The Roman Empire's journey began modestly in the 8th century BCE. A small settlement nestled along the Tiber River, Rome was initially just one of many city-states in the Italian peninsula. However, fueled by ambition and a strategic location, Rome gradually expanded its influence. Through a combination of military prowess and shrewd diplomacy, Rome subdued its neighbours and extended its reach. The Roman Republic, established in 509 BCE, marked a turning point. No longer ruled by kings, Rome adopted a system of governance that emphasized citizen participation, albeit limited to a select few. This new political order, while not without its internal struggles, proved remarkably resilient. It laid the groundwork for Rome's expansion beyond the Italian peninsula. The Roman Republic's military campaigns brought it into contact with diverse cultures and formidable adversaries. From the Punic Wars against Carthage to the conquest of Gaul, Roman legions marched from victory to victory, extending the Republic's dominion across the Mediterranean. Yet these very conquests sowed the seeds of change. The influx of wealth and slaves, while enriching the Roman elite, also led to social unrest and political instability. The Roman Republic, once a symbol of stability, was increasingly plagued by internal divisions and power struggles. Ambitious generals, leveraging their military successes, vied for control. The Republic, designed for a smaller city-state, struggled to govern a vast and diverse empire. This period of turmoil culminated in the rise of Julius Caesar, a brilliant general who seized power and declared himself dictator. Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE plunged the Republic into a fresh round of civil wars. From the ashes of this conflict emerged his adopted son, Octavian, who would later be known as Augustus Caesar. Augustus's victory ushered in a new era for Rome, the Roman Empire. The Republic, with its emphasis on shared power, gave way to a more centralized and autocratic system. The Roman Empire, under Augustus's reign, entered a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana. This Roman peace lasted for over 2 centuries and witnessed a flourishing of arts, literature, and architecture. Roman law was codified, trade flourished, and infrastructure projects like aqueducts and roads connected the far-flung corners of the empire. The Roman Empire stood as the undisputed superpower of its time, its influence reaching far beyond its borders. The story of the Roman Empire is inseparable from the legacy of the Roman Republic that preceded it. Founded in 509 BCE, after a period of Etruscan rule, the Roman Republic was a bold experiment in self-governance. Rejecting the rule of kings, the Romans established a system where power, at least in theory, rested with the people. This power was exercised through a complex system of elected officials and assemblies. At the heart of the Republic was the Senate, a body composed of elder statesmen who advised the magistrates and shaped Roman policy. The Senate, with its emphasis on tradition and consensus building, played a crucial role in guiding Rome's early expansion. However, the Republic was not a democracy in the modern sense. Power was concentrated in the hands of the patricians, the wealthy landowners who dominated the political and economic life of Rome. The plebeians, the common citizens of Rome, had limited political rights and faced economic hardship. Over time, they demanded greater participation in government and protection from the excesses of the patrician class. This struggle between the patricians and plebeians, known as the conflict of the orders, shaped the political development of the Roman Republic. It led to the creation of new laws and institutions that granted the plebeians more rights and a greater say in government. Section 2. Expansion and transformation from city-state to empire. While the Roman Republic grappled with internal divisions, it also embarked on a remarkable period of expansion. Driven by a combination of factors, including a desire for land, resources and glory, Roman legions marched outward from Italy. Their conquests brought them into contact with diverse cultures and formidable adversaries, testing their military prowess and shaping their identity. One of the defining conflicts of this era was the Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars fought against Carthage, a powerful North African empire. The Punic Wars, spanning over a century, were a struggle for supremacy in the Western Mediterranean. The Romans, led by generals like Scipio Africanus, ultimately emerged victorious, but not without suffering crushing defeats and coming close to the brink of disaster. The Roman victory over Carthage had profound consequences. It not only secured Roman dominance over the Western Mediterranean, but also brought vast territories under Roman control. The influx of wealth and slaves from these conquests fueled economic growth, but also led to social and political changes. Landless peasants flocked to the cities, seeking opportunities but often finding poverty and unrest. The Roman Republic, once a relatively small and homogeneous state, was transforming into a vast, multi-ethnic empire, stretching from Spain in the west to Greece in the east. Section 3. The dawn of a new era. Augustus and the Pax Romana. The Roman Republic, designed for a smaller city-state, struggled to govern its sprawling domains. The machinery of government, once efficient and resilient, creaked under the strain of managing a vast empire. The late Republic was a period of political instability and violence, marked by civil wars, assassinations and power struggles between ambitious generals. It was from this crucible of conflict that Julius Caesar emerged as the dominant figure in Roman politics. A brilliant general and shrewd politician, Caesar conquered Gaul, adding vast territories to the Republic's domains. He also challenged the authority of the Senate, sparking a civil war that ended with his victory and appointment as dictator for life. Caesar's reforms, aimed at centralizing power and addressing the Republic's ills, were cut short by his assassination in 44 BCE. Caesar's death plunged the Republic into a new round of civil wars as his supporters, led by Mark Antony and his adopted son Octavian, clashed with the assassins and their allies. The final showdown came at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE, where Octavian's forces emerged victorious, defeating Antony and Cleopatra. Octavian, now the undisputed master of the Roman world, ushered in a new era. Taking the name Augustus, he became the first Roman emperor, marking the transition from republic to empire. Section 1. The zenith of Roman power. The Roman Empire, under the rule of Emperor Trajan, reached its zenith in the early 2nd century CE. This period marked the culmination of centuries of Roman expansion and consolidation, a testament to the empire's military might, administrative efficiency and cultural influence. Trajan's reign, from 98 to 117 CE, was a golden age for Rome, a time of unprecedented prosperity, territorial expansion and architectural grandeur. At its peak, the Roman Empire encompassed a vast territory stretching from the Atlantic coast of Spain in the west to the shores of the Caspian Sea in the east, from the forests of Germania in the north to the deserts of North Africa in the south. This sprawling empire encompassed a diverse array of cultures, languages and peoples, all brought together under the umbrella of Roman rule. The Roman legions, renowned for their discipline and effectiveness, stood guard along the empire's frontiers, ensuring peace and stability within its borders. The Roman Empire's success was not solely due to its military might. It was underpinned by a sophisticated system of governance and administration. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice and order, was applied throughout the empire, providing a framework for resolving disputes and maintaining stability. A network of roads, built by Roman engineers, connected the far-flung corners of the empire, facilitating trade, communication, and the movement of troops. Roman cities, with their impressive infrastructure, including aqueducts, public baths, and amphitheatres, became centres of commerce, culture, and civic pride. Section 2. Trajan, Architect of Empire. At the helm of this mighty empire stood Emperor Trajan, a ruler whose name became synonymous with Roman power and expansion. Born in Spain, Trajan was the first Roman emperor to hail from outside the Italian peninsula, a testament to the empire's increasingly cosmopolitan nature. A skilled general, Trajan had earned a reputation for military brilliance during his campaigns along the Rhine and Danube frontiers. Upon his ascension to the throne, he embarked on a series of ambitious military campaigns that would further expand the empire's borders. Trajan's most notable conquests were in Dacia, a region north of the Danube River corresponding to modern-day Romania. The Dacians, led by their formidable king, Decebalus, had long posed a threat to Roman interests in the region. Trajan launched 2 devastating wars against the Dacians, culminating in the conquest of their kingdom and its incorporation into the Roman Empire as the province of Dacia. The Dacian Wars were a testament to Trajan's military genius and the Roman army's prowess. They also brought immense wealth to Rome, including vast gold and silver mines, which Trajan used to fund his ambitious building projects and social welfare programs. To commemorate his victories, Trajan commissioned the construction of Trajan's Column in Rome, a towering monument adorned with intricate reliefs depicting scenes from the Dacian Wars. Section 3. A realm of splendor and innovation. Trajan's reign was not only marked by military expansion, but also by a flourishing of Roman culture and engineering. Trajan himself was a prolific builder, commissioning numerous public works projects that enhanced the empire's infrastructure and showcased its architectural splendor. One of his most ambitious undertakings was Trajan's Forum, a sprawling complex in the heart of Rome that included a basilica, libraries, markets, and Trajan's Column. Trajan's Forum was not merely a testament to architectural grandeur, it was a symbol of Roman power and civic pride. The basilica, with its soaring columns and intricate mosaics, served as a meeting place for citizens and a court of law. The libraries, stocked with scrolls from across the empire, were centres of learning and scholarship. The markets bustled with merchants hawking goods from every corner of the Roman world. Beyond Rome, Trajan's building projects extended throughout the empire. He ordered the construction of new roads, bridges, aqueducts, and harbours, improving transportation, communication, and the lives of Roman citizens. Trajan's attention to infrastructure was not merely a matter of practicality. It was a reflection of the Roman belief in the importance of order, efficiency, and the common good. The Roman Empire, at its peak, was a model of centralized administration and technological innovation, leaving an enduring legacy on the Western world. Section 1. Dynasties of power shaping an empire's destiny. The Roman Empire, unlike many of its predecessors, was not ruled by a single unbroken dynasty. Instead, power often shifted between different families, each vying for control of the world's mightiest empire. These dynasties, bound by blood and ambition, played a pivotal role in shaping the course of Roman history. Their reigns, marked by both triumphs and tragedies, left an enduring legacy on the empire's political landscape, cultural development, and ultimate fate. From the Julio-Claudians, who laid the foundation for imperial rule, to the Severans, who emerged from the chaos of the 3rd century CE, each dynasty brought its own strengths, weaknesses, and vision to the throne. Some emperors proved to be wise and just rulers, dedicated to the welfare of their people and the empire's prosperity. Others, consumed by paranoia, ambition, or cruelty, left a trail of bloodshed and instability in their wake. The rise and fall of these dynasties revealed the complexities of power in the Roman world. Succession was rarely straightforward, often decided by a combination of birthright, military backing, political maneuvering, and even assassination. The Praetorian Guard, the emperor's elite bodyguard, wielded significant influence, often playing a decisive role in determining who ascended to the throne. Emperors who lost the support of the army or the people often found themselves vulnerable to rivals, both within their own families and from ambitious generals seeking to seize power. Section 2. The Julio-Claudians, from Augustus to Nero. The first Roman imperial dynasty, the Julio-Claudians, emerged from the ashes of the Roman Republic, forever altering the course of Roman history. Founded by Augustus Caesar, the adopted son of Julius Caesar, this dynasty established the framework for imperial rule, laying the groundwork for the Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity. Yet, beneath the veneer of stability and order, the Julio-Claudian dynasty was also marked by intrigue, scandal, and the ever-present threat of violence. Augustus, a shrewd politician and a master of propaganda, carefully cultivated an image of himself as a restorer of order and a champion of traditional Roman values. He centralized power, reformed the administration, and embellished Rome with grand public works, ushering in a golden age. However, he also faced challenges, including military setbacks in Germania and the delicate task of ensuring the succession of his chosen heir. Augustus's successors, a mix of capable rulers and deeply flawed individuals, struggled to live up to his legacy. Tiberius, his stepson, proved to be a capable but increasingly reclusive and paranoid ruler. Caligula, notorious for his alleged cruelty and extravagance, met his end in a plot orchestrated by his own guards. Claudius, despite his physical ailments and perceived weakness, proved to be an effective administrator and expanded the empire's frontiers. Nero, the last of the Julio-Claudian emperors, became infamous for his tyranny, extravagance, and alleged role in the Great Fire of Rome. Section 3. The Severans, a dynasty forged in military might. The Severan dynasty, which rose to prominence in the late 2nd century CE, emerged from a period of turmoil and civil war known as the Year of the Five Emperors. Septimius Severus, a ruthless but effective general from North Africa, seized power in 193 CE, establishing a dynasty that would rule the Roman Empire for 4 decades. The Severans, unlike their Julio-Claudian predecessors, hailed from the provinces, a testament to the empire's increasingly diverse nature. Their reign was marked by a focus on military strength, administrative reforms, and a shift in the balance of power between the emperor and the Senate. Septimius Severus, a skilled soldier and a shrewd politician, consolidated his power through a series of military campaigns, crushing rivals and strengthening the empire's borders. He understood the importance of maintaining the loyalty of the army, increasing military pay, and granting soldiers greater privileges. He also implemented administrative reforms, centralizing power and appointing equestrians, members of the Roman knightly class, to key positions, often at the expense of the traditional senatorial elite. Severus's successors, Caracalla and Geta, initially ruled jointly, but their reign was short-lived and marked by conflict. Caracalla, known for his ruthlessness, murdered his brother Geta and embarked on a series of military campaigns, most notably his invasion of Parthia, which expanded the empire's eastern frontiers. His reign also witnessed the Edict of Caracalla, which granted Roman citizenship to all free inhabitants of the empire, a landmark decision with far-reaching social and political implications. Section 1. The cracks begin to show. The Roman Empire, a beacon of power and prosperity for centuries, was not immune to the forces of decline. The seeds of its eventual downfall were sown during the very centuries it held sway over the known world. Internal decay, often hidden beneath a veneer of imperial grandeur, gradually weakened the empire's foundations. The relentless pressure from external forces, eager to claim a share of Roman wealth and territory, further compounded these internal woes. One of the most insidious threats to Roman stability was the growing economic crisis that gripped the empire in the 3rd century CE. Constant warfare, coupled with lavish spending by some emperors, depleted the imperial treasury. Inflation soared, eroding the purchasing power of the Roman currency and undermining trade. The once thriving cities of the empire began to experience decline as economic hardship led to social unrest and a breakdown of law and order. The Roman military, once the bedrock of the empire's power, also began to show signs of strain. Constant warfare took a toll on the legions, both in terms of manpower and morale. To fill the ranks, the empire increasingly relied on recruits from the provinces, many of whom lacked the discipline and loyalty of their Roman predecessors. Moreover, the rise of powerful generals commanding their own legions and vying for political power threatened the stability of the empire from within. Section 2. Internal strife and the rise of Barracks emperors. The 3rd century CE witnessed a period of unprecedented political instability in the Roman Empire, a period historians often refer to as the crisis of the 3rd century. A succession of weak or short-lived emperors, often elevated to the throne by the whims of the army, struggled to maintain control over a vast and increasingly fragmented empire. This era, marked by civil wars, assassinations and barbarian invasions, nearly brought the Roman Empire to its knees. The rise of the so-called Barracks emperors, military commanders who seized power through force, further exacerbated the crisis. These emperors, often lacking legitimacy in the eyes of the Senate and the Roman people, ruled through brute force, relying on the loyalty of their legions to maintain their grip on power. Their reigns were often short-lived and violent, as they battled rivals and attempted to consolidate their authority. This period of internal strife had devastating consequences for the Roman Empire. The constant fighting and political instability disrupted trade, crippled the economy, and weakened the empire's defences. Provinces, neglected by a central government consumed by its own survival, became increasingly vulnerable to external threats. The barbarians, sensing Roman weakness, grew bolder in their raids, crossing the empire's borders in search of plunder and land. Section 3. The Western Empire crumbles. By the 4th century CE, the Roman Empire, once a seemingly invincible force, was a shadow of its former self. The internal divisions, economic woes, and relentless pressure from barbarian tribes had taken their toll. The empire, too vast and unwieldy to be governed effectively from a single centre, had been formally divided into the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, each with its own emperor and administration. However, this division, intended to strengthen Roman rule, ultimately hastened its demise. The Western Roman Empire, facing the brunt of the barbarian migrations, bore the brunt of the empire's decline. Waves of Goths, Vandals, Huns and other Germanic tribes, driven by a combination of factors, including climate change, pressure from other nomadic groups and the lure of Roman wealth, surged across the empire's borders. Roman legions, weakened by decades of internal strife and depleted manpower, struggled to hold back the tide. The sack of Rome in 410 CE by the Visigoths, led by Alaric, sent shockwaves throughout the empire and beyond. Once considered an eternal city, a symbol of Roman power and invincibility, Rome had been breached by a barbarian horde. Although the Visigoths spared most of the city's inhabitants and its religious sites, the psychological impact of the sack was profound. It shattered the aura of Roman invincibility and signalled the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire. Section 1. The Echoes of Empire. The Roman Empire, despite its eventual collapse, left an indelible mark on the world, its influence echoing through the centuries. Even today we live with the legacy of Rome in countless ways. Our languages bear the imprint of Latin, the language of Roman law and literature. Our legal systems, particularly in the West, owe a debt to the principles of Roman jurisprudence, with its emphasis on justice, fairness, and the rule of law. Our architecture, from grand public buildings to humble dwellings, often draws inspiration from Roman designs, with their arches, columns, and domes. The Roman Empire's impact extends beyond these tangible remnants. Its ideas about citizenship, governance, and the relationship between the individual and the state continue to shape political thought. The Roman concept of a republic, albeit flawed in its execution, provided a model for later generations seeking to establish governments based on the consent of the governed. The Roman Empire's success in integrating diverse cultures and maintaining peace and prosperity within its vast domains, however imperfect, offered a glimpse of the potential for human cooperation on a grand scale. Yet the Roman Empire's legacy is not without its darker aspects. Its rise to power was achieved through military conquest, often accompanied by brutality and subjugation. Its system of slavery, while an integral part of the Roman economy, was a moral blight on its civilization. The Roman Empire's decline and fall, a cautionary tale of internal decay, overreach, and the corrosive effects of power, serve as a reminder that even the mightiest empires are not immune to the forces of history. Section 2. A legacy forged in stone and spirit. The Roman Empire's story is not merely a historical curiosity, it is a timeless tale that continues to resonate with each generation. It is a story of ambition, power, and the enduring human spirit. It is a story of both triumph and tragedy, of remarkable achievements and devastating failures. It is a story that challenges us to confront the complexities of our own world and to grapple with the enduring questions about the nature of power, the meaning of civilization, and the fate of empires. As we look back on the Roman Empire, we are reminded that even the grandest civilizations are not immutable. They rise, they flourish, and they eventually decline, leaving behind a legacy that shapes the course of human history. The Roman Empire, despite its flaws and ultimate demise, bequeathed to the world a rich tapestry of ideas, innovations, and institutions that continue to influence us today. Its story serves as both inspiration and cautionary tale, reminding us of the enduring power of human ambition, the fragility of even the mightiest empires, and the enduring legacy of the past and the present. The Roman Empire may be gone, its legions long disbanded, its emperors reduced to dust, but its spirit lives on in the countless ways it shaped the world we know. It lives on in our laws, our languages, our art, and our very conception of what it means to be civilized. And as long as humanity seeks to understand its past, to learn from its triumphs and its failures, the Roman Empire will continue to captivate our imaginations and challenge our intellects. For in the rise and fall of this ancient empire, we catch a glimpse of our own humanity, reflected in all its grandeur and fragility.